This is WPTV, William Patterson Television.
Welcome back to the desk. We are entering week 6 in the NFL season. Here to break down all the storylines in pro football is Matt, Nick, Julian, and AJ. The Kansas City Chiefs lost a nail-biter 31-28 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Matt, take us through this contested battle.
Yeah, this game was interesting. We're going to take you to the third quarter as Mahomes is in the red zone. He throws it right to Devin Lloyd, and Lloyd is going. He's not stopping. A little juke move there, and there goes Devin Lloyd. The 30, the 40, the 50, now 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Jaguars, a 99-yard pick six. Now, Trevor Lawrence looking to hit for his receiver, and that's picked off by All-Pro Trent McDuffie. Duffy gets stopped, and a big stop for Kansas City. Now Mahomes hands it off to Kareem Hunt, and a touchdown there for the Chiefs, tying this one up. Now again, Kareem Hunt, another rushing touchdown, 2 for the old man. Lawrence going to throw it to Brian Thomas, incomplete, but they're going to throw a flag on Shamari Connor. Now Lawrence stumbles, Lawrence falls, no one touches him. This is the most Disney Channel ending of all time. And Trevor Lawrence scores the touchdown, and Jacksonville wins this game 31-28. This is a Nickelodeon Cartoon Network finish, unbelievable.
Yeah, 2-3 are the Kansas City Chiefs right now. A lot of Chiefs fans are disappointed, and I don't know what's going to happen the rest of the season. But Julian, I'll go to you. What is the most aspect that the Kansas City Chiefs are struggling with?
Well, I'll say this. A huge contributor to Kansas City's downfall so far is those first 2 games where they did not have Xavier Worthy and they did not have Rashee Rice. Now, once Xavier Worthy comes back, Mahomes got more comfortable getting the ball out. As you see in Week 4, he had 270 yards, 25 for 37 completion, 4 passing touchdowns. In Week 5, he had 318 yards, 29 on 41 completion. That was just with Xavier Worthy back. I think once Rashee Rice gets back into the mix, Mahomes is going to do great, and we're going to get back to seeing the Kansas City offense that we've used to been seeing.
Nick, what has the Kansas City Chiefs struggled with thus far?
I'm going to say, even though we watched Kareem Hunt score those 2 touchdowns in that clip, I'm going to say the bad run game. Hunt's only averaging 3.5 yards a carry. Pacheco's got no touchdowns, so pretty ineffective running the ball.
AJ?
As much as I'm happy to see the Chiefs with their downfall, but I gotta say, it's gotta be that defense. Besides the 2 interceptions Trevor Lawrence threw in that game, the defense has been very questionable this season. I mean, letting Trevor Lawrence, like Matt said, a Disney play, it's pretty much a Disney football movie play that you're gonna have Trevor Lawrence fall down twice and still score. Chris Jones stopping right there, and his excuse was, "Oh, I thought the play was over." Come on, that's pee-wee football stuff. The play ain't over until the whistle blows. But I mean, and they also only allowed 2 punts by Jacksonville. Yeah, the defense got to step up or something, because like even with no receivers, Mahomes is still producing something on offense.
Manny Goldman, what have the Chiefs struggled with?
This is a hot take. Coaching. Now, the Chiefs' coaching has been underwhelming this season. There was rumors in the offseason that Andy Reid would retire, but he had to give it one more go. Maybe he's checked out at the moment. This Spags defense is not allowing 31 points a couple of years ago to a Jacksonville Jaguars team. I mean, this is not the same as 2020, 2023, or 2024. They'd be 5-0 if this team was well coached.
The New York Giants have turned to rookie signal caller Jaxson Dart. AJ, take us through his stats in his first 2 starts.
I mean, Jaxson Dart, he has 508 passing yards, 65.8%, percent in passing, 167 rushing yards, and he has a total of 6 TDs.
Matt, I'll go to you. What is one trait of Dart's game that has impressed you the most?
He's using his legs a lot. We didn't see a lot of his legs at Ole Miss, but he's getting used to it, and he's really cooking in that aspect. Rookies are scared to take off when they see an open lane, and Dart is really excelling in that standpoint. He's one of 3 quarterbacks in NFL history to have 50-plus rushing yards in their first 3 starts. Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, and Jaxson Dart. That's elite company.
That is elite company indeed. Julian, what has sparked your attention with Jaxson Dart?
Well, I will say there's certainly something to be said about his arm strength. You know, last week he did have that criminally underthrown ball to Darius Slayton, but ever since then, you know, in the preseason, in the short time that he's had in the regular season, he's looked absolutely phenomenal throwing the ball. It's just a matter of can his receivers catch the ball? You know, now that Malik Neighbors is out, so he's got Lil Jordan Humphrey and Wan'Dale Robinson to throw to. I'm sure he can get them the ball, but can they catch it? Who knows?
Mr. Doso, what do you like about Dart's game?
I mean, I will say, little Jordan Humphrey definitely does bring winning football to the Giants. But I'm going to go with his off-the-field stuff and say his leadership has been outstanding. You know, he's already acting as a veteran in the clubhouse, on the sideline as well. On the sideline, you could see it. But I'd say his veteran presence and his leadership so far has been the most impressive.
AJ, finish us off. What have you liked about Jaxson Dart?
I gotta say, his confidence level, man. I mean, it's through the roof. The first start he had against the Chargers, what does he do? Post a picture of Madison Beer. If you know, you know. And against the Chargers, he had 65% passing yards, 111 passing yards, 1 TD. I mean, that's just like okay stats to start out. I mean, that's nothing too big. But what does he do with the Saints? Even though he loses, he has 202 yards, 2 TDs, and 2 interceptions and 1 fumble. But, like, I mean, that is the Saints, so, like, everybody kind of is. But look what he did against the Eagles. I mean, that was a crazy game that he did.
That's
with the Eagles.
aura.
That's aura right there. So Jaxson Dart, with his confidence level, New York, the media is going to have a time with him.
Yeah, to have a rookie like Jaxson Dart be confident is a big thing for the Giants, and I think he might be the future of the franchise, in my opinion. Gentlemen, it's time to play a game where we tear down the 0-5 New York Jets to absolute shreds. AJ, I'll start with you. What player or coach needs to leave the Jets immediately?
I mean, to be honest with you, they all do. But if I got to pick a player, it's got to be Breece Hall. I mean, he's been very underperforming. He has 90 touches, 351 yards, 3.5 average, and 150 receptions. And can we mind 0 TDs? Braylon Allen has been playing better than Breece Hall for the past 2 seasons. No, it's true.
Wrong.
He is. And he
Braylon
needs
Allen
to be
is
traded.
hurt right now. Braylon Allen can't get 2 yards per carry, AJ.
But he's been playing better since last season.
He can't get 2 yards per carry. He's slow and he's stiff.
Well, behind that Jets offensive line, who can perform? Breece Hall can't, but he's been terrible.
Okay, I want to name the Jets offensive linemen. Membu, Fashanu, Tippmann. They have John Simpson up there. Josh Myers. They have good offensive linemen up there.
They got good offensive line, and what is Breece Hall doing with that? Nothing.
He's 7th in the league in rushing yards.
I mean, he's only in the beginning of the season, but he sucks.
7th.
So, who's before him?
Like the good running backs, James Cook, Jahmyr Gibbs, probably Bijan Robinson. Someone's up there.
And
Jonathan Taylor.
He's not top 5. He's not. He's been terrible. He's not a franchise
There's bigger
player.
fish to fry.
All right,
He needs to be traded.
Goldie, I'll go to you. Who needs to leave the Jets?
So the Jets have no takeaways this year. Their defense has stars like Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, Jamie Sherwood, Quincy Williams. Steve Wilkes is a terrible defensive coordinator. His style of defense will not work in the Big 25. They're 22nd in total defense, 27th in rush defense, 13th in pass defense. As I mentioned, they have 0 turnovers this year. How are you 5 weeks through the season have 0 turnovers? You are a terrible defensive coordinator. He is the reason why this team is not getting anywhere this far.
You think it's Steve Wilkes?
Yes, they let Dallas score 37 on them.
What about that offense?
Listen, there's bigger fish to fry.
Steve Wilkes is not it.
You have all those stars defensively, and nothing can happen? Really? No takeaways through 5 games?
I mean, that's
You're
not
ridiculous.
He's
He's not even playing Malachi
All right.
Moore, Azrae Thomas.
All right, Goldie and AJ, I got to cut you off. Julian, I'll go to you. Who needs to leave the Jets?
Oh, well, it's absolutely Justin Fields. If we take a look at his stats here, you'll see he has 754 passing yards, 67% completion, 204 rushing yards, and 7 total touchdowns. Not bad considering you're a quarterback for a New York football team. But, whenever there's a serious problem with a team, 9 times out of 10, it's because of the quarterback. And now, again, I'm not saying that Justin Fields is a bad quarterback, but if the Jets ever want to get serious about making the playoffs or becoming contenders, making the playoffs for the first time in, 15? Going to be 16 years. They need to get rid of him. They need to commit to finding a franchise quarterback who can elevate the team as opposed to just working around the nonsense that he has.
Nick, we'll go to you to finish it off.
I'm going to have to pin this on the head coaching. Aaron Glenn, he claimed a new culture. I mean, he's 0-5, the only team with 0 wins this year. He's blown 2 games, and he's certainly on the hot seat, in my opinion. He's just been terrible. I mean, they've just been a bad team, and I feel like it's easy to pin it on the head coaching.
Yep. We are 5 weeks through the NFL season, which means we've seen a ton of defensive players rise to stardom. Nick, I'll go to you. who do you think will take home the 2025-26 Defensive Player of the Year?
I'm going to have to go with Brian Burns. He's been an absolute force on the line thus far. I mean, he's tied for first in the league with 7 sacks. He only had 8.5 sacks all of last year, so, I mean, he's on pace to smash that mark from last year. He's first in the league, tackle for losses, and he's tied for first with 21 pressures as well. So I'm going to have to go with Spider-Man Brian Burns for my depoy.
AJ?
I gotta say, gotta go, might be biased, but I gotta go with the reigning defending Defensive Player of the Year from last year, Pat Surtain. I mean, he has 21 tackles, 5 pass deflections. He hasn't had an interception yet, but it is coming soon. Don't worry. And he has held A.J. Brown to 5 receptions, 43 yards, 0 touchdowns, and probably top 2 receiver, probably number 1, maybe number 2 debate, Jamar Chase to 3 receptions, 23 yards. I mean, if that's not Defensive Player of the Year so far, I don't know what is.
Goalie, what defensive player is taking home this award?
I'm actually going to pick the teammate of AJ's pick, Pat Surtain. I'm taking Nick Bonito. This is the most underrated player in professional football. 7 sacks this year, 17 tackles, 2.5 of them being against the best offensive line in football. He's what holds this defensive line together. It's very coveted with the Broncos. They have John Franklin Myers and Zach Allen up there. He's 26. He's peaking at the right time. They play the Jets this week. He's going to terrorize these young offensive tackles.
Julian, quickly walk us through your defensive player.
Well, it's definitely Aiden Hutchinson. And he's, aside from his week 1 performance, he's been very impressive. In 4 games, he's had 5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and plus, he's shown in the past that he's capable of putting up Defensive Player of the Year numbers. Last year, he was leading the league in sacks up until his untimely injury. And alongside that, he's not like Joe Burrow, where he's got this team around him that's bringing him down, and he's not getting the recognition that he deserves. He's definitely got a good enough team to be recognized. Not only that, but he's got a lot of ferocity, you know? He's kind of like a Joe Rogan in some standards. You know, you may be able to hit hard, but he can hit way hard.
Very enthusiastic. That'll do it for our
compare Joe
NFL
Rogan's
block
voice.
this week. Go Bills. We are going to send it over to the Diamond to check in with the MLB postseason with Matthew Jinks and the fellas next on WP Sports Desk.